음.
Does that work? Oh, I can finally speak now. Now I don't have to keep checking back on the windows. By the way, first of all that stuff is really funny. I was actually laughing. And also, the ladders are very helpful. So I want to keep them because these imps they won't damage the pumpkins if I have if I have ladders on them. So I'll keep them on. But yeah, also imps can't reach the end. I already did like loads of tests. They can't do it. But the gate is not going away now. So this round is almost over. They'll come back on the final one. And if almost, yeah, they can come pretty close, but they'll never actually enter the house. They'll always die. Even if the guards are like really, really close. If you have one gloom over here, it will never happen. Thankfully. You left the what? The mic open? Oh. I mean, this whole time my mic was open, I just didn't realize. And I didn't say anything. It would have been way better if I realized early. Man, yeah. I was thinking about getting rid of this pool cleaner as well. Because I got rid of all of these on purpose, but I thought, you know what, I'll just keep this one. The last remaining one. That'd be cool. And it was. I once lost from a pogo. Wait, what does it say? I once lost from a pogo zombie when Gigas were coming. I accidentally made the safe stone glitch and saved myself by luck. That's crazy. Pogo? Every time I lose, it's always football zombies. I actually used this exact setup once and I got 599 flags. And it was a football zombie that killed me. They always do it, it's so annoying. But Pogo's crazy. In this setup, Pogos are like completely dead. But what's your record in flags? I want to know, guys. Tell me your record. Oh, we got Gigas again. This time no Gargs. So should be better. You know what, I'll take Sunshine. Looks much better. Man, this stream is doing well. I actually had 12 people watching at one point, which is a record for me. I've never had that many people watching. Should I turn sound effects on, but just a little bit? There are so many cards. I think they're in the water. Oh shoot! That was close. Yeah, I don't know what happens to these zombies when they die. Like, they can't just disappear. Crazy. Did I get two? I think I got two Yeti zombies in this stream. Maybe just one, but I definitely got one. But not many people are watching when I got it. I only had like 2 people watching now. You see that was picture of it, fair enough. 50 is still good. If you want, you can try harder shots, they're most fun to do. And then, like this setup for me is really fun, so I'm more encouraged to do high flag. Get more quickly, yeah, that's fair enough. If you don't have the motivation to do it, that's fine. What I would do if I was you is 2 flag rounds, because when you get a really hard setup and try and survive 2 flags with like the worst amount of zombies, so like Gigas, Guards, Andonies, Jacks, everything. I do more on my channel, check it out. How does the Guard not die to nuclear bomb made to destroy planets, but dies in a lawnmower? I mean, there's so much worse, like, how does the roof, oh my god, how does the roof manage to contain like 1,000 ton robot on it, but and also with Zombos, why doesn't he just like go across the roof and like enter your house? Why is he like wait and just launch zombies one at a time? Like, there's so much wrong with this game, but yeah, I mean, this thing right here, leaving a crater is the least of it. Should be damaging your entire lawn. Crazy stuff. Wow, I was using so many items. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. That was close. Right, shit. You like my zombies? Putting loads of effort in. Biffy, the red guards are big gargantuars and they have double the HP of normal ones. They didn't do it. I love the Gatling Pea. That's what makes this setup fun. Gatling being tortured in Cobblers is like really rare. It's just so much better. But this top lane isn't fully secure. I have to do a lot of work to maintain it. Like I can only use Cho'Gong on the top two lanes. Otherwise the top lane is it's just gonna completely die. Squash I can use wherever. Two Zen Garden plants in like 5 seconds. I'm like really active on my Zen Garden, so that's like really good for me. I had this video on my channel recently, it was the way I organize the Zen Garden. I do it in order of best plant to worst for smartphones. But I deleted it and now I'm just doing whichever plant looks worst is gonna be in the top left. And the one that looks the worst is top bottom right. I think this one's much better. I'll show you after this round. It's really cool. It's there are still gigas. Normally they would disappear, but I'm not gonna play it. You could have done it, right? There we go. Okay, gigas. I need to repair this guy. Right now. I swear one of you was like writing an entire song in the chat. For me, only wave 4 there for guard ready. Yeah, it can happen. Wave 4 is the earliest, flag 4 is the earliest they spawn. For Gigas I think it's flag 8, maybe 10. Yeah, I think it's flag 10 for Gigas. And for guards flag 4. It's really annoying when that happens. But oh well, at the start they're not too difficult to deal with. So it's not a big deal. Right, I wonder what round we're gonna get next. But I want to play my Zen Garden before that, just because I think it's pretty cool the way I've done it. I always organize it on purpose. Does that say? I beg your pardon, what? What did he say wrong? Yeah, I don't see why what you said was wrong. Joking. Right, this round is really safe. I'm gonna try and charge my laptop. Can't wait. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm just charging my laptop. Well, guys, not really. Oh, almost had me there. Alright, hold on. Almost done. Okay, I've charged it now. That last pool cleaner is having a field day, yeah. Very lucky pool cleaner. Can't lie. Hello, what's his name? Max. Hello, Max. Alright, let's see what we get next. Do something good. Right, this is an easy one. I want to show you my Zen garden real quick. All these plants, the top left is the best looking one, or the coolest looking one, and then this is like the ugliest one. So yeah, I want to show that. Also, bro may have the optimum sap. Actually, no, the sap's not very good. It kind of relies on luck sometimes, and also there's a lot of subs that are much easier to play. I just chose a hard one because it's really fun. I'm playing Garden Warfare 2 while watching this. That game is so fun. If you're playing it on Xbox, that's even better, or PlayStation, whatever. On laptop, it's kind of hard, or PC, because there's not that many people who play it, so it's worse, but it's such a good game. I never got any legendaries, though. I'm very upset about that. I got loads of pieces, but I never got an entire legendary character. You play on Steam? Oh, you do play on PC then. That is a shame. There's not that many people are there, because I played it recently and I found it hard. You might get an exam tomorrow. Oh dear. That sucks, but good luck. Good luck. Yeah, when you come back anyway from after the exam, you're gonna be so relieved, so can't really say RIP. It keeps crashing once I join empty lobbies. Yeah, why are there so many empty lobbies? The game died. No problem, man. No problem. I'll try and speed the round up by using as many explosives as I can. And barely any ice shrooms, even if Jack explodes. I'm willing to take a risk. Maybe I'll use it sometime. I could easily get players, but EA is stupid. Exactly, like, oh my god. EA completely ruined the entire franchise. Even PvZ won this game. It's just, I don't know what their problem is. It's such a good game, but they ruined it. This game had so much potential and they ruined it. But I still play Garden Warfare 2 sometimes. EA sports to the game. Yeah, you play FIFA, I guess. Or FC or whatever. Also, did you know that Dancing Zombie was Michael Jackson, but they changed it in the Game of the Year update to be the one we have now? The reason he got changed is because Michael Jackson passed away a month later. Yeah, and that Michael Jackson zombie was much quicker and much like harder to deal with, so I'm kind of glad that they removed it. Also, this one looks really nice as well, so I'm not complaining. I'm happy with that update. Even though that would have been really cool, you know, Michael Jackson. But it's kind of ironic, you know, them making him a zombie after him passing away. It seems disrespectful in a way. Yeah, exactly. That's the one. I mean, he's a legend. And I think he would have liked being in the game, but, you know, it happens. Gargantua spam level 10. Yep. The old helper zombies. Yeah, I can't lie, these ones are a bit dry. These backup dancers are kind of dry. They just look like regular zombies with like clean shots. They're not that cool. The other ones though, they were really cool. And they had crazy hair. These ones are just cool. Level 10 out of them. It's disrespectful because it would mean that. Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. Oh, Thea, good luck with your time. That's a shame, yes. Hopefully you'll come in one. No problem, man. I can't believe the stream's doing pretty well. Normally I don't have a chat. Like maybe I get like one message every 5 minutes, but now I'm actually talking. It's really nice. I had like 12 viewers at one point. Before that my record was 3. Maybe because I haven't done a stream in ages. Or because of my title. I just called this stream Survivor End. This is more intense than my PvZ hacking program, literally spamming guards. Yeah, it's a good thing that guards, aside from using tough streams a little bit, they die almost naturally. So you don't have to do too much, but diggers though, you have to be spamming, being really controlling. I'm probably gonna get diggers next. Watch. I always get giggers after an easy round. I would consider this round 3 pretty easy. Even though there's guards, it's not too difficult. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, why did I place that? I'm supposed to be saving that for the first wave of the next round. Oh dear. It's fine, I'll just use ice cream. In case I get giggers, I'll just use ice cream. For the first wave. I can only hear. Yeah. That's the thing with Gargs, they die so quickly and there's just so many of them. Too much noise. Right, let's see what we get. Ooh, that's not good. Jack's man giggers. No. This is so bad. Okay, okay. I think I got this. Oh, what am I missing? Let's take scared issue room. And yeah. Jeez, man. Tough round. I can't even use Doom Shoe. I'm gonna have to ice stream right now. Ooh. It's gonna be close. Diggers are only in range. Gargantuans, yeah. There's only 2 on the first wave though, which is nice. Next round will spawn pretty quick. At least I hope it does. Alright. Oh, only 2 more gigas. If the gigas are spawning in small amounts for now, it means there'll be more later on. But now there's like... No! Jack blew up the spawn. Oh god. Okay. You know, at least I didn't get some bonus. Those things could suck. Why are you using stash mode in base mode? The guy who originally made this up, Hitori Dakeno, that's his name, he used Pinata, Daisy, and Mustache mode. So I wanted to copy him. I think the reason why he did that is because he didn't want to use Tricked Out because he didn't even use Lord modes in the first place. And he didn't want to use Dance because it interacts with zombies and he wanted it to be completely fair. Like, the zombies would move differently and he didn't want that. And then for future, what happens is, if you have the future one where the glasses are there and stuff. Whenever they bite into garlic, they divert into another lane much quicker, so that also messes it up. Mustache Bro, Daisy, and Pinata don't do anything like that though. They just look cool. So that was his intention, I was just copying it. That makes sense. On the top left of the screen, I can just see the name of the emoji. Oh, that one. Never mind, I was gonna say. But it didn't make sense. The only thing survival ends is yeah, ha ha ha, and it's a burning start to drive and it explodes. And there's the noise the jacks make, the dolphin riders. What else is there? What else is there? These guys, this noise right here, what else? I'm thinking like, at least there's no bobsled, that would be annoying. Or zombitars, not zombitars, what are they called? The ones that have the parts on their head. I forgot what it's called. That one game mode where they have plants on their head. Like there's a Gatling field and stuff. What's it called? I forgot. I don't think Gigas are going to stop spawning for a while because we barely got any in the first pack, so they're going to send much more in the second. Yeah, they're still here. They don't going to leave anytime soon. I just got to hold the fort for a bit longer. And then I'll see. This is a long round, not long wait. I'll use Doom for next game. Sounds appropriate. I'll just use it next week. Oh no. It's getting so close now, I really need to go. Yeah, Gigas are still here, and it's like we're almost at the end of the round. Oh no, both the guys who are messaging me in chat, one of them must have left because there's only one person watching right now. Who stayed, if anything? That's sad. Yeah, Giga's are gone now. I'll just carry on. The Gigas will come back on like the last wave, but that's it. Or yeah, these guys will die. Oh wait, no, I think he's Doomshroom. They were supposed to use Doomshroom finally. I'm sure if I spot it. Yeah. Oh, Nick, you said he was playing Garden Warfare or something. Maybe that's why. probably should have used Doom. Oh, oh my god. Are you joking? What is this round? Gigas, football zombies, and zombonis. Ah man, how much harder could it possibly be? This is a bad round. Wow, alright. Good luck to me. Probably should have used squash from the bottom actually. That'd be better. Let me see the ball. Pressure is just too much. Why does it have to get such a hard round? Gosh. It's the football zombies, they're very difficult to manage without getting the bites or anything. It's just, you know. Definitely is that. That was so close. I mean, what more can I do? I've lost so much sun as well. I didn't even check that. Really tough round this game. I think Gigas stopped spawning. So much pressure. We survived, but we only have two ice streams left. We're not in the best position. Yeah, no one cares about one bite. It's not gonna do anything. But I'm just worried about this. Okay, never mind. I think we're fine without ice streams. We're not gonna run out. So worst case scenario. But yeah, I think we could have played better. I didn't really play that well that round. Even though there was no damage or anything, it just I didn't play too well. I don't feel like rounds over. You know, it's funny. A round like this would have been easier than a round with just some bonies, football zombies, and jacks, because the rounds would have gone much quicker, and there would be too much pressure. Well, we got gigs again, but let me check. When did I start? How many flags was I on when I started this? 142. Yeah, 28 flags. I mean, it's good enough. I think I'm gonna end the stream there. Goodbye.